On what has been an horrendous, a wet evening. Thankfully, this rain has been deemed to be within reasonable limits, and after an inspection and all the regular formalities, the teams were handed in on time, and the all-important go-ahead was given. Bit of disruption, of course, for those travelling in the direction of the ground. The crowds have taken a little longer than usual to get in and to settle down, but thankfully that is behind us, and we are on track. So what a stage for the players to take to here ahead of such an important game. We have already started here. So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Kostas Manolas. His presence could be key for this defence. He's a fabulous athlete, strong and quick, and he's always going to fancy himself in a tussle with an attacker. If the opponents were planning an aerial bombardment, then they might have to think twice about it, because he's very strong aerially too.
Has a goal! No, he's missed it.
That was good defensive pressure to give him less manoeuvring room.
Miguel Veloso hoists it forward. Kalinic, he's through, has a pop! He's delivered all right! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, you know, sometimes it pays off not to think too much about things, just put your foot through it, and that was a good example. Great contact, and the keeper had very little chance.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
Yeah, and they know there's plenty of work left in this one, Peter, before they can actually say that the job is over.
Hoists it high. Oh, what a ball! Chance! Oh, taken with style! All too easy! They are in danger of disappearing out of sight!
Well, I think there's a few trying to claim offside, but he looks to have been on. Yeah, he was on.
His second of the game, and an eye now for the hat-trick. Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Well, the crowd clearly like what they just saw. Some real no-nonsense defending. Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. And it's Kalinic. Could move up a gear here. Gets away from his opponent. He's one-on-one, has a hit! And more, and more, and more! Hot knife through butter, they have done it again! And that really is so impressive.
Well, none of us were exactly sure how that was going to end up then, but I'm delighted to see such a happy ending after such a splendid dribbling run. I mean, he really did fool that defence into wondering what he was going to do next.
Verona take a 3-goal lead, and they are romping out of sight. Bakayoko. Mario Rui. And it's played forward. Throw-in. Intercepts the throw. That's well read. Kalinic desperately wants to get on the end of this. Good idea, just poorly executed. Kalinic. Looking to force his way through. And there's the whistle for half-time. Well, there's plenty that can be said about the last 45 minutes, but one thing that cannot be said is that it's dull. One-sided, yes, but packed with excitement.
This looks well and truly sewn up already, Peter, but please feel free to forget what I've just said if there's a spectacular turnaround.
Verona, 3 goals to the good after a really excellent first half that's been intriguing to watch. Plenty of highlights to show you during the break. We're promptly into the second 45 minutes. And here's Kalinic. Kalinic! Oh, the keeper's equal to it.
Verona just served up a reminder of how good they can be on the break. Their method is clear.
Insigne plays it over to the other flank. Just brushed off the ball there. Right through the middle. This is promising. Shapes to shoot! Back of the net! Surely now they are well and truly out of sight. The breakaway clinical and clean, and the finish unerring.
Quick, decisive and unerring, a textbook example of how to turn defence into counter-attack. That'll do for me every time.
He's made it 3, quite a day at the office for him.
That defence must be sick of the sight of him. He's been persistent and ruthless all game. He just hasn't stopped working.
Verona tear their opponents apart once again. They are utterly ruthless. Bakayoko gets it out to the wing. Nicely controlled. It's gone for a throw-in. And the ball's come out. Lozano could try cutting inside here. Keeper has beaten it away. Tries to get it forward quickly. Pass needed to be better than that, and he knows it. Kalinic is now the subject of some adhesive marking.
Well, better late than never, Peter, although it may not apply in this case after a hat-trick.
And Kalinic! They've scored! And again, they pile on the misery.
Yeah, by the looks of it, there may be still more to come.
4 in the game. He is the man. Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Bakayoko. Mario Rui drives it forward. Finds himself eased off the ball. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Forward it goes, and he's shown him a clean pair of heels. Oh, real chance! In it goes! A contest no more. It is nothing short of utter humiliation.
It's part of the game, Peter. It has to get ruthless. Sympathy just doesn't play a part.
Final checks on the touchline, a change about to occur.
Well, you have to feel a little for the player being taken off here. I think he's been made the scapegoat after that, but I guess something had to be done. I suppose it did need a little change.
Well, unsurprisingly, Peter, the opposition looked completely stunned. I'm not sure they can gather themselves.
Manolas plays it forward. And that is that. Verona have won big and in style. Everything went for them. Their poor opponents left chasing shadows.